Are you intrigued by the idea of starting an online business? Does the thought of working from home, setting your own hours, unlimited income potential, does that kind of stir you right here and you think of the possibilities of what if? What if it really works? What if it's not an SCAM? Is it even possible? Well, I hope to answer some of those questions in this video. I'm Donna Gilbert. I live in a 7 by 14 foot cargo trailer and travel across the United States. Today I'm going to share with you what I've learned about starting an online business. And this is not the first thing I learned, but it's something I've learned along the way. I've learned that there are really 5 types of people that want to start an online business. The first type are those that think this is a get-rich-quick scheme, that there's no work involved. Frequently, when people talk about online businesses, they also talk about passive income. And it's like, well, what the heck is passive income? Don't you have to do anything? Yes, you do have to do things, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But there are people who are looking for the equivalent of an online lottery ticket, where they just buy the ticket and then voila, someone calls their magic number and they're suddenly flooded with riches. They really don't want to do the work. They want the magic to happen for them. The second type of person, this is the type of person who already has a business. They're already established. They may be having some difficulties with how everything is moving to the online environment. They're looking for an opportunity to expand what they have tangibly in the physical world into that online space to attract new customers and pursue other opportunities as well. The third type of person, this is the person who wants a done-for-you system that makes it so easy to get started and you're selling someone else's products. So they don't have to put in the creative energy. They don't have to learn the tech to create something that they can sell online. And then the fourth type of person is that person who has the heart of a creator, a coach, a healer, someone who wants to help other people. And this person is looking for an online business that will help them share and spread what they've learned, their knowledge, their gifts with the world. And their location, their locale may be very restricted by the number of opportunities for them. But the online world, that's global. The fifth type of person is someone who sees this as intriguing. They recognize that the current situation and future life is all online, and they want to just experience it at a deeper level. They want to have their questions answered. And so starting an online business is more of a self-development opportunity than a money-making opportunity. And that's the category I consider myself to be in. I really want to see if I can become the person who can do this. So which of those 5 types are you? If you're a type number 1, where you just think this is a get-rich-quick scheme, you just stop watching, because none of this information is going to be valuable to you, because I'm going to be talking about the time and the effort and the financial investment to get an online business started. But if you're type 2, where you have an established business and you want to expand it into the online world, keep listening. If you're type number 3, who wants to sell other people's products, stay tuned. If you're type number 4, who has the heart of a creator and you want to create your own products to put out into the world, stay tuned. And if you're number 5, where this is a self-development opportunity masquerading as an online business opportunity, stay tuned. You're here because you want to know how to build an online business. There are tons of free resources on the internet. YouTube is full of ideas and thoughts and solutions, and all of them are viable. Here are 3 things for you to consider as you're looking into building an online business. The first factor to consider is the cost. Now, you may automatically be jumping to the dollar signs. Oh my gosh, how much is a program going to cost me? I'm not talking about that type of cost just yet. What I'm talking about here is the cost of time, the cost of energy, the cost of mental and emotional turmoil that starting an online business is going to generate within you. This is why I think that starting an online business as a self-development program is key, because you are going to have to grow from the person you currently are into the person who can do this. And if you're ready and willing to take that step, oof, it's so exciting. Give me a yes in the comments if you're ready to just say, yes, I'm ready. This is something I want to do. Building an online business is going to take work, and you have to put the time and the energy into it. There are programs out there that promise, in fact, I'm going to talk about one a little bit later, that you can do all of this in just 2 hours a day. And it sounds great, but is it real? I believe that it can be. The other thing you need is your strategy, your systems, how you're going to provide this service. And this is where technology and so many people's fear and concern about technology comes into play. It feels overwhelming. It feels so out of something that they can comprehend, especially people that are older like I am. This didn't exist when we were kids. No one could even imagine, except in science fiction movies and books, that a world like this could exist. Star Trek really was a thought leader in so many things. So you need to have that system, that business strategy, the plan. Whether you have a tangible location, you still need your strategy. You need to have your systems in place. You need to know what you're selling, who you're selling it to. The third thing you need to consider is the price of what you're building. In a traditional business model, this is going to be the equipment that you need, the location space. It's going to be the products, getting the products, developing the products, all of those things. In the digital world, there isn't such a high upfront cost because you can do it from anywhere at any time. You don't need a physical location to do it. You don't need the desks or the store shelving or any of that stuff. Depending on the type of online business you want to start, it could be as simple as just having your phone, and you can do everything you need right there. Okay, I was mistaken. This is what happens when you wing it and you don't look at your notes. There is a fourth thing that you need with an online business, when you're building an online business, and that's your audience. This is how to reach people. We can go down the rabbit hole of search engine optimization, of finding the keywords that will attract people, of picking the platforms that you will share your message, your products, your services on. And those are all part of working in the online world. How are people going to find you? And this is why it's really important to know who your audience is. Who are you serving? Because they may hang out online in specific locations where it will be easier to find them. So with all of that said, this is where I'm going to share what I discovered to be an amazing online business building opportunity. This is not a sales pitch. I am not a salesperson. I don't feel comfortable in that role. What I do feel comfortable with is sharing something that I am excited about, that works for me, that I believe will work for many people. It will not work for everyone, but I'm an introvert. I live a mobile life, and I want that time freedom. And yet I also, even as an introvert, love being part of a community of people who are sharing interests, who have questions so that I can offer to help, who are looking for encouragements, who I can encourage. I do have the heart of a coach, of a healer, of a dreamer, and I can help you with your dreams, just lift them whoosh, way up. But then I have my practical side that's going to bring you back down to earth and say, okay, but how can we do this? The Legacy Builders program is amazing. There are many things that I love about it. Let me start by telling you what it is. The Legacy Builders program provides you with everything you need to build your online business. This is something that's going to work for people who already have a business, people who want to sell someone else's products, people who are interested in creating their own online products, and it works for people who look at this as a self-development opportunity. Legacy Builders provides you with the capture page. It's also called a landing page. And you've seen these before if you've spent any time online. You're interested in something, you click a link, and it takes you to a place where they want you to put your email address. You put your email address in, and it takes you to some type of a thank you page, a recognition page that they got your email. And this starts the journey that you can take with that individual or with that business to see if working together is something you're interested in doing. One of the beautiful things about the online world and entering your email address is legally you are able to unsubscribe at any time. So if you immediately say, nope, not for me, unsubscribe using the link in your email, and you're gone. You won't hear any more from that person. And no worries, if you put your email address into my landing page, it's never going to get sold. It's never going to get traded to someone else. Number one, I don't know how to do that. And number two, that's just skanky. Ugh, who would want to put their energy into something that's so low vibe? I prefer to live up here. When you receive that first email, and this is all included with the Legacy Builders program, there's a series of 13 emails that are automatically going to go out to your customers, to your potential customers. All you need to do is go in and tweak them a little bit, personalize them a little bit, make them sound more like you. But the foundation is a strong foundation and it's already in place. This is going to help you get up and running so much faster than if you had to slog through writing each individual email. I know I hate that. The second best thing about email is that all you have to do is hit reply to one of those emails and ask your question. And I'll get back to you. I will answer your question. And sometimes your questions will be answered in the form of a video, and I'll send you a link to the video. And it's starting that conversation so that you can have your questions answered. I had so many questions about this program before I purchased it. So the business systems processes have been implemented. For me, it took me 5 days. I worked a little bit here, a little bit there. My brain would start to feel overwhelmed and fuzzy and confused, and I would step away. Some people are able to get it accomplished in a couple of hours, and there is an option to pay to have someone else do it, and that is an additional cost. The video tutorials, however, are spot on. If you slow down, watch the videos, re-watch the videos, go step by step by step, they work. If you already have an existing business, this is going to give you an example, a model that you can follow to take a look at your own stuff, what you already have as a web presence, and decide, oh, maybe this would be more effective if I change my sales page to this. Or, oh, that's interesting, maybe I'll put this on my capture page to capture email addresses. So within this course, the Legacy Builders program course, you are learning how to do all of these things. And then the course continues on. It teaches you how to build a social media presence. You can choose the platform where your customers are hanging out. It shows you how to create content, how to become more of a storyteller, how to be more impactful in your message, how to make that emotional connection with people. Because this is so important. You've probably heard people buy from people and stores and businesses that they know, like, and trust. It removes that risk factor when you're dealing with someone by establishing that emotional connection. And it is possible in the online world. But we have to get out of our heads and into our hearts. We need to start being more of who we are instead of pretending we're someone that we're not. I am not a salesperson. I am not a big promoter of things. But I can talk with passion about things I believe in. And I believe in self-development. I believe in looking for opportunities to grow into someone you never thought you could be. In fact, short story, about 20 years ago, I decided that for some crazy reason, I wanted to participate in what's called the Trek Across Maine. It was a 187-mile at the time bike ride from the mountains of Maine to the ocean. I weighed almost 200 pounds. I had a $99 bike from the equivalent of Walmart. And I don't know, I saw a flyer at the little convenience store and I thought, wow, I wonder if I could do that. And so I pulled out my bike, I dusted it off, I oiled the chain, and I started riding my bike. And I did that 187-mile bike ride. I never thought I could do that. Years later, I decided for some unknown insane reason that I wanted to do a sprint triathlon, which is swimming, cycling, and running. And I thought, I don't know if I can do this, but you know what? I wanted to become a person who could do it, and so I did it. I did 2 of them. And then years later, I decided, I wonder if I could run a half marathon. And so I trained, and I trained, and I trained, and I slogged through some of those runs, little by little, step by literal step, and I ran a half marathon. I've run 3 of them. It's amazing what you can do when you just decide you're going to do something. So if you want to start an online business, to build an online business, it's your choice. This is your chance. This is the perfect opportunity, the perfect time to do it. And I went out of order here. Let's go back to the first factor that I talked about, the time, the mental, emotional commitment to building an online business. This is where the digital growth community comes into play. Right now, as I record this, there are over 32,000 people in this community. These are like-minded people. Jim Rohn, a business philosopher, said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Now, think about spending your time with 32,000 people who also want to build an online business. That's phenomenal. Here in the state of Maine, which I call home, the city of Bangor has 32,000 people. This is the third largest city in our state. I'm going to share some fun factoids above about the populations of some of our cities and towns in the United States. I think you'll find it interesting. But remember, the digital growth community is 32,000 people. It's growing. And if you're the average of the 5 people you hang around with, I want you to look around. Who are the people you spend the most time with? Are they supportive and encouraging? And do they believe that number one, that it's possible to start an online business without any experience, with low budget? Do they believe it's possible for you to do it? Are they going to have your back and encourage you and support you along the way on those tough days? Because that's what this community is built upon. When you have questions, you ask them in the community. People will help you. The other part of this community is we have live training. Every week there's 3 or 4 calls to answer your questions about the tech, to answer your questions about social media, what you say, how you build a following. We have a mindset coach who comes on and she talks with us about keeping our spirits strong, our vibration high, about overcoming the doubts and the fears, because you're not going to recognize them until you're challenged to overcome them and move past them. And it's such a supportive and friendly community. And this is one of the highlights of the program, because you're not just buying a course, you're also buying into the community. Another beautiful thing about this program is that it's an earn while you learn process. Because we're buying into the Legacy Builders program, we have what are called master resell rights. Right from the get-go, we can sell up to 4 different programs. And the reason it's up to 4 and not just 4, we have 4 levels. So you can start at the Launchpad level, which costs $100. You can start at the Passive Daily Pay Blueprint, which is $300. You can start at the Digital Mastery level, which is $600. Or you can get the whole kit and caboodle, the Legacy Builders program, for $900. At whichever level you purchase, you can immediately start selling anything at that level or below. So if you buy Launchpad, you can sell the $100 Launchpad. If you purchase the Passive Daily Pay Blueprint, you can sell the Passive Daily Pay Blueprint and the Launchpad. If you purchase Digital Mastery, you can sell Digital Mastery, Passive Daily Pay Blueprint, and Launchpad. If you purchase Legacy Builders Program, you can sell Legacy Builders Program for $900, Digital Mastery for $600, Passive Daily Pay Blueprint for $300, and Launchpad for $100. This gives your customers, your audience, options. I came in at that $300 level. I was suspicious. I wasn't sure what this program was all about. And so I played it somewhat safe. I did not purchase all in. I have since then. This is perfect for those business owners who want to have an online presence and who want to add an income stream to their business model. It is perfect for those people who only want to resell someone else's digital products. And it's also perfect for people who have or want to create their own digital products, online courses and trainings, and they want to learn how to do it. And this is what's key for me, because I do have online programs, self-development programs that I've created, and I haven't sold many. By many, I mean like less than 5. It's embarrassing. I'm kind of ashamed to admit that, but it is my reality. I purchased this program so that I can learn how to promote my own programs. And here's what I'm learning. In the Legacy Builders program, as I'm reselling, as I am in this video, this program to others who may be interested in building an online business, I am learning how to pick out the key benefits of my programs. I have a model to follow. You hear people talking about, with Legacy Builders program, the 2-hour workday, the passive daily income, the posting the free ads, and the community. Those are the primary things that you'll hear people talking about it. And they're all true. And so now I can go back at my programs and I can say, what are the key benefits? What are the things I can talk about over and over and over again to invite people to look into their own hearts, into their own lives and say, is this something that would help me solve the problem I have? It's good stuff. It's all a model. This is an overview of the Legacy Builders program. I hope I've answered some of your questions about what this program is. It's a digital course and a community that will help you build an online business. That is what you're purchasing. With that purchase, you also have the opportunity to resell it to others for 100% profit. If you have any questions, you can post them in the comments, but I invite you to go to my capture page, put in your email address, and start that email relationship so I can answer your questions specifically. I know you have doubts and fears. I know this sounds too good to be true, and it's okay to feel that way. In my opinion, what's not okay is to continue wondering if this would work for you. Make the connection with me, ask your questions, and we'll see what happens.